And Mike, one of the key outcomes that had really been pushed for since the first nuclear security summit back in 2010 is this new treaty that will actually address the nuclear materials and keep them out of terrorists' hands. It wasn't all talk here at the fourth Nuclear Security Summit in Washington. More than 50 world leaders were on hand for a milestone, a legally binding agreement to help protect nuclear material from theft.
We expect that the treaty will enter into force in the coming weeks, giving us more tools that we need to work together in the event of theft of nuclear material or an attack on a nuclear facility.
The terrorist attacks in Brussels drove home the risks of such an attack. When Belgian police raided a suspect's apartment, they discovered a covert video of a Belgian nuclear official. A possible ISIL terrorist cell appears to have had him under surveillance. An international agreement to protect civilian nuclear materials from theft has been in effect since 1987, but it required an amendment to make it tougher. Chinese President Xi Jinping has been among those pressing to get enough signatures on the amendment to make that happen. Here are some of the main points of the amended Convention on Physical Protection of Nuclear Materials. The agreement requires countries to be responsible for the safe transport and storage of nuclear materials, report suspected nuclear smuggling, and importantly, it would allow nations to update the agreement every 5 years.
It is significant because that's the only legally binding instrument that requires countries to strengthen nuclear security of their nuclear material, both in while the material is used domestically, but also when it's in international transit.
And Mike, this agreement, this treaty, if you will, goes into effect in the next 30 days. And I want to bring your attention to a couple of other outcomes. The main one being this Asia Regional Network that was announced, a regional training exercise effort really in the Asia Pacific. It's going to center around nuclear security training, and it very well could take place at that new Center for Excellence that was just announced in the last week. Also, a number of countries committing to radiation detection at their ports, as well as more cybersecurity at their nuclear power installations.